Um, did I look at the VOD for when you did that? Um, so I forfeited, and then in chat, um, in the chat on the Discord, opponent told me, went and looked. I didn't go back looking at the VOD. I went down the stairs and saw that I had bombed it, and when I walked in, I was like, well, I'm a dope, you know. It was a bad moment. I mean, at that, like, I think even if I had gotten hookshot earlier, yeah. The thing was, I bombed it. Like, it's, ugh. Like, it was definitely just a bad moment. It happens. I just don't like that it did. But yeah, I don't know, like... Yeah. Although I think he was definitely cooled over when we talked last night. He said he watched back some of my stuff and saw what I did. So it wasn't just as simple as, like, the joke. You know, everybody in the heat of the moment, it happens. You don't know how your opponent does things. I watched his pretty quick, like, and saw that he also said he got bow super early. So, like, he single dipped a lot of dungeons. I double dipped. So, even if I had gotten the hook shot, I don't know if my route would have changed that much. Because that first bow on Mushroom might have been a last location no matter how I played it. Here we go. Final race. We're a little behind. There was a odd number of entries again. So, but thanks for all the auto hosts. I think I saw Dopey, Olcash, Jess, Leaky, Reese, Joe, Mr. Coolness. Thanks for everybody for watching today. Let's see how we do. Inverted keys. Always my favorite. Yeah, my least favorite mode of the season is the one we're doing the last race. Hoping to get to 500. A bow on bumper. How kind. Hey, Joe. Even wins and losses. We're 28 and 29 right now. Pod small. Not too helpful yet. Oops. Inverted keys today. So start in Dark World instead of Light World, and all the maps, compasses, small keys, and big keys are shuffled. So the Swamp Big, okay. Complicated. Bugnet. The maps actually do sort of matter. Maps will tell you whether or not a dungeon is a crystal or a pendant. Keysanity removes that knowledge. So it is actually, like, kind of important. No, Dopey. We got our butts handed to us. It wasn't even a door. It was a bombable wall. Yeah, first 10 minutes, 11 minutes or so, I'm in Dark, or I'm in Kakariko Village, like normal, and I go and buy bombs. So, like, I had bombs, because I got so much money but no bombs, so I was like, first thing we're going to do, we're going to go buy bombs. Then I go back up to Blind's hut, and I bomb the wall. I go do all of the normal stuff. I get the first 4. Hey, look, it's the hook shot. That is a hype cave. So yeah, I bombed the wall in Blind's hut. I grabbed the 4 chests, and then I left. I don't know what I was thinking. Obviously, I wasn't. And the back of Blind's hut had the hook shot. And that was the only way to get into both Misery Mire and to finish Swamp Palace. Boots' hint was that they were in Dark World, and the only Dark World location we didn't check was Hookshot Cave, so I couldn't even get the boots. So I must have cleared everything that I could at that point, and it just didn't work out. So in Inverted Keys, the biggest issue is that you just don't have a lot to start. So money becomes super important. So if you can get 20 rupees, you go play archery game to kind of just get stuff. So we needed that. It seems odd that I played archery for that long, but it is important. So, yeah, unfortunately, I guess doing better than 500 is like, I have the yips. Because, yeah, that was just some bad energy there. Oops. Oh, does it? Yeah. We're gonna die a lot today. Crud. Hey, Scruff. I was like, who did the GIF? You did the GIF. Okay. You better have been worth it as an item. You suck. You are. You are the GIF that keeps on gifting. Or gift? Oh, I thought we were going to go with the gift that keeps on gifting. But yeah, I guess that makes sense. Interesting stun prize. So yeah, we're just looking to recover from big dumb energy last night. I just felt so bad, like, that's not a mistake I should be making. The big key to pod? Interesting. Cool. You know what? We'll go back in, but since I died, I did want to go check the other stuff in Village of Outcasts. I just didn't want to do it with only one heart, because dying in the overworld is always worse. Moon Pearl's good. We just need the hammer or the Titan's Mitts, and we can get in a light world and get back to easy mode. But I feel like there's got to be something back here. In one of the two chests that's left, because theoretically, there's not much else you can do at this point without, like, flippers or hammer or a lamp. So, like, one of those items is probably back here. I am omniscient. Not really. It's just kind of obvious. Interesting. I mean, I can't say if I find the user interface so hard or good on it, so. Oops. Crap. Forgot that Murder-Dactyl comes after you. See, and I actually like the newer one. I think the newest version's actually pretty decent. Or at least I think it's the one I like the best so far. Yeah, Murder-Dactyl. That's what everybody calls them. So we can actually do quite a bit of Death Mountain. Surprisingly. With the equipment I've got. That hookshot's actually really valuable. The one stupid here is to deliver the old man, you have to go up the mountain, hit a portal, and then go to Light World and drop him all the way back down. And yes, we're playing as Link today. I figured last race of the season, let's go with the classic. Will you go in that cave? You will not. Yeep. Yeep. Oh god. Oh god. Come on. Stop it. We did need the book, by the way. Book is the only way into Desert Palace in this mode. Usually you can mirror into Desert in standard stuff, but in the inverted set, the only way to get into Desert Palace is with the book. Big key to Mire and a small key to Pod. Fire Rod, a bottle. Small key to Pod, and blue mail. We still have a lot to check on the mountain. Hookshot is super valuable right now. We just got to sneak by some Lionels. They don't look as intimidating as the Breath of the Wild versions, but they're just as dangerous. Blue mail's nice, though. That really does help through that. A second bottle. This time it's not empty. Small key to Pod. Wow, the Pod smalls just keep stacking up. Bombos. Flippers. I figured that was coming. When you get that many Pod smalls and the Pod big all within like 20 minutes and you don't have logical access to Pod, you feel like you're going to get logical access to Pod soon. But yes, good morning, good morning. Hopefully everybody's having a good Monday. I know it's Monday, so that already informs a lot, but hopefully you're doing okay today. Once again, this is Inverted Keysanity, my least favorite mode of the ladder this season, but it goes away. This was the mode of the season. Shoot, I forgot to check that. It's only one check. And it's not something I would forget to do. Well, that's good, Scruff. Wait, does that mean you're playing this today? Okay. So yeah, we can get into Ice Palace, we can get into Pod, but given the fact that I've got so many Pod keys and really nothing pointing me towards Ice, we're going to do Pod first. Pod has more chests. Ah, yeah, you had said, you know, if you got what you needed, it could have been a crown grind stream. Well, you'll get there soon enough. I'm anticipating too much. Ah. Yeah, that sucks. That's a lot. There should be a way to force a crown. Just like use so much. Oh, is it? I don't know that. News to me. Oh, okay. We got 4 hearts finally. Big key to Eastern. Interesting. Map to... Ugh, a worthless map. Thank you. Thank you. Ew. Not them. Sorry, that's like one of the worst items to find. Castle Tower is Aghanim's tower. Wasn't part of my plan. But I mean, even if we say that, you know, you were lame, Olkesh did it, at least for the base game. Oh, was it more efficient? See, I don't know. I'm not in the know enough, I guess. Oh, okay. A 5th pod key. Jeez. True. Well, Kesh, did you buy Iceborne yet? Okay. Oh, so, Joe, you were saying how that maps and compasses are worthless. I can show you the 1 worth of the compass right now if you want to see it. Hey, we got a blue cane. Okay. But if Joe's here and just can't type, if you look in the top left corner, right by my items, you can see an item count, 1 out of 8. That only appears in this mode if you've got the compass. We're not bomb jumping with only 4 hearts. And not being able to complete this dungeon. That's a terrible logic play. We're finding a lot of good stuff, just not access to the light world. It's kind of funny. All 6 pod small keys. Holy cow. That is unexpected. Yeah. Mental gymnastics. Had to think of what I could access in ice without the hammer. And the last 4 checks in Ice Palace are all inaccessible without the hammer right now. But with the 5th and the 6th pod smalls, we're going to check 1 more item in pod, and then we've got access to 1 more item in Skull Woods because of the fire rod. But yeah, hopefully everybody's having a good morning, or a good day at this point for many of you. I appreciate people coming by. There will be no races after today until Wednesday, because there's no races for a couple of days. Which is fine. It's okay. It's cool. Next race is technically like Wednesday at 4 o'clock. That is the first race of season 2. I have not decided if I'm gonna enter it, but I would like to. So, but we'll see what happens. If you can join for that one, great. If you can't, also great. You know, no biggie. But I would like to try to join that one to start off season 2. Going forward, the ranking stuff will actually carry. So like matchups in season 2 will be weighted partially by how you've been performing in the current season, but also how you performed in the previous. I think it's going to be a 70-30 split, if I remember correctly, but don't quote me on that. Most roundabout Agaseed ever. Almost 40 minutes for me to find out this was an Agaseed. You need 2 castle tower keys to get to Aghanim. We found the first one. We checked the 2 chests thinking that's all I needed. And then, since then, we've found the second one. Yeah, we haven't been finding boots. No boots last night at all. And we've already got the hook shot. But we're about to get Light World access. And then we'll go to Blind's Hut. And everybody knows why we want to go to Blind's Hut. It is. By the way, this curtain is also a reason why you need a sword to do this place. In Swordless, that curtain is pre-cut. We're 5 for 5 on blue balls. 6 for 6! Oh my god. By the way, those are always energy shots, so don't worry. 7 for 7. 8 for 8! Whoo, boy! This is the worst AGA I've ever had. 9 for 9. On the blue balls. Hey, there we go. 10. Double-digit blue balls. Oh my god. New PB! But hey, we reached Light World. We're out of trouble now. We're out of any danger. Relatively speaking. At this point, we really should just be taking purposeful deaths and nothing else. We did the hard part of trying to get to Light World. If you talk to anybody who does Inverted, Inverted always is a race to see how quickly you can get Light World access. Because once you can get into Light World, it's like the game completely changes. I've said this in the past. It's like when you're doing the Dark World stuff, Inverted Keys makes it a bit more bearable because you usually find more stuff in Inverted Keys than you would a normal, like, Inverted Seed. But, so Kakariko Village has... It's got like 15 things you can check. Whereas like Village of Outcasts has 3. And 4 in Thieves Town. So, like, there's a very large degree of difference between the two starting. So, like, it's a huge deal to have Light World access. So we could go to Eastern, but I know where a bow is. So I'm hoping to be able to do Eastern after I get that bow. Because then I can also try to get Pod in as well with it. Pod and Mire. Okay. We got the hammer. Hammer is good. A sword. Oh, and if I didn't say it earlier, hello, Paul. How are you today? Flute. Okay. Swamp Small. And my 4th bottle. If I had the mirror, I could get into Swamp Palace and clear it. But man, 10 blue balls. That is quite the run. We can get into Mire, but we can't clear it without the Cane of Samaria. And I feel like I need that confidence anyway. By the way, it's like part of me says if I didn't have it, like I feel like racing would be a lot more harrowing of a tale at times. That sucks, Paul. A GT small. Hopefully it's not the worst today. I know that's asking a lot, but, you know, one can hope. Okay. Thieves map. Interesting. I don't have enough money for Zora, unfortunately, but we're just going to check the ledge. If I come back, maybe we'll go get it. We're just going to check the Lumberjack. The fact that I had to do agate and I'm right here, I kind of just want to know if I'm going to need to come for this item. And Keysanity is always a little... Nope, we don't have to come back for it. Keysanity is always a little bit more dangerous to find something there. Just because there's so many more items that can be shuffled there. We could also check the pedestal. We're going to check it. Yes, I had a 10 blue ball Aghanim. Okay, that's just a shield. I have never seen that many blue balls for Aga. By the way, the maximum you can see for Aga is 15. As I just told Ross, the worst ever Aga. 10 blue balls. Out of a maximum 15. Okay, remember, go in the hole this time. In the hole. Go in the hole, Jess. You have to go back there to check the item. Ooh, we made it. We did it. We checked it. And I think I went into Ice Palace and I was trying to explain something, but I guess you weren't there then. The compasses. They do have a purpose, it's just not that it's an important purpose. That's the big one. That's what I wanted. Awesome. Red cane and mirror. Cool. And we're finally getting some health. So when you're in a... Hey, another bow. I know where both bows are. So yeah, if you go into a dungeon and you have the compass, it'll actually tell you how many chests you have opened out of how many there are. So like, there is a purpose to the compasses in this mode. It's just like, you don't need them. Like, at this level, most people are good enough to not need that information. But that means I could complete Mire. Small key to desert. Jeez, that guard is so aggro. Angry. Angry little guard. And I was saying that for Wednesday, is race 1 of season 2 is at 4 p.m. And there's a good chance we try to enter. Oh. Sorry to hear that, Scruff. But it's okay. I don't mind. $11 to 6 your time or my time? $4 p.m. my time. Well, I operate in Jesse time, because I am a Jesse. Jesse operates in Jesse time. And the website is also in Jesse time, so. Yeah. Well, now you'll definitely be home. The question is, will you just be awake at that point still? Oh, I think he'd be sober. $11 p.m. Wait, this is 11 a.m. right now. Well, at this point it's 12, but the race on Wednesday is at 4 p.m. my time or 9 p.m. yours. Wednesday is at 4 p.m. Jesse time. It's okay. We all have those tired moments. Doesn't help when we're all talking like different time zones. You West Coasters. No. East is beast. Powder. Heart. Heart. The only negative about having to clear Aga first is that it means that all these new guards populate the overworld. So the overworld's a little more dangerous. It's not like terribly so, but it's just annoying. Because red guards are super fast and super aggro. Like, you don't even have to really be that close to them and they go, hey, hello, hello, hello. And they're jerks. Skullwoods for the green pendant. An autograph? Yeah, right. Sign in your blood. Oof. I mean, just look at that guy. Like, he moves quick. He's just like, hello. So we're an hour in. We have dungeon ability right now, and that's good. Like, we're going to clear Eastern, we're going to clear Pod, and then we're going to go clear Mire. 3 dungeons real quick. And then we'll see where we're at. Turtle Rock, big key. I don't like finding that one. Turtle Rock's like one of the most annoying dungeons in Inverted. The entrance and key setup is really loopy. So, like, you don't need usually a lot of keys to clear TR. I don't know, what's everybody think about the fact that we went vanilla sprite today? Just plain old Link. I know we haven't done a lot of plain old Links. Vanilla out of 10? Awesome. We have so much equipment for this fight. We are well over-equipped. Silver arrows are just going to melt the Armos Knights. It's beautiful. Better than last night. We'll see how it ends up. Last night we made big dumbs. So we're hoping today goes a bit better. So far, so good. Some long ways into the right spots, but other than that. Ether Medallion, okay. And a crystal. That's our first crystal of this race. Took forever. Oh, and we killed Aga. The back of a building, I bombed a wall that has a chest in the back, and then I forgot to go into that room. And that room had a very, 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 very essential item to finishing. So at 2 hours and something, I forfeited last night. And I hate forfeiting, but there was no way I was figuring it out at that point. I was just that lost. My opponent and one of the guys in his chat were watching as it happened because he was done. I know I don't rage quit, so it's like always so weird when I do. I don't even think it was rage though. It was just like the mental anguish of knowing, like, at that point I knew I had lost, like, or was sure I had. Like, you don't make that kind of mistake where you're staring at your map screen for 5 minutes and win a race. Like, maybe if you're a complete noob facing another complete noob, that kind of stuff happens. But, like, I'm at the middle of the ladder, really. So, like, people in the middle of the ladder, you don't get away with those mistakes. So I was like, it's been over 2 hours. I don't know where it is. I'm not going to go recheck everything. We're just going to take the loss. And luckily, like, when I registered my forfeit, my opponent was already done. So, like, and I'd have to watch their whole VOD to see exactly how they routed it. But it sounded like my opponent was able to route in Eastern and Pod pretty quickly. So, like, even if I had found the hookshot early, I don't think I would have been able to catch up. Small key to Thieves Town. Interesting. Where do I want to go? I know we said Mire, but Swamp Palace might actually be a better choice. Hey, TR is a pendant. Awesome. I can full clear Swamp Palace right now, and Mire's still kind of a... Like, I could do Mire, but I'm not really sold on it. So we're instead gonna go do Swamp. So yeah, last race of Season 1 though. After today, the records will be logged as historical and pretty much will be reset. But next season, the matchups will be based on a combination of your Season 1 and your current, or like your previous seasons and your current season stuff. So it's not completely reset, it's just like partially so. So, like, I think I heard it was like 30% previous season, 70% current season is the weighting for the matchups. So. Shovel. First dungeon took a little while to clear. Second one, much quicker. The other reason I kind of want to avoid Mire for a second is just because I'm a little concerned. I don't have the medallion for it if it's Quake. So I just want to be a little bit extra cautious checking another dungeon that I know I can clear. And since we know what 2 of the pendants are, there's a lower likelihood that Swamp is a pendant. So, like, I feel like this is a decent choice. Oh, and I need Bean Dive to start. I really just want to get started on it. I really do. Joe, if you're still trying to think of something to do for stream tomorrow and Bean Dive starts tomorrow, I say do a Bean Dive stream. I think that would be a good idea. Maybe not feeling up to the stream tomorrow? I have. I just didn't know if you were going to or not. All streaming stuff, it feels like, anymore. Map to Mire. Big key to Hera. Don't know if that really changes my routing, to be honest. Small key to Hyrule Castle. Not really important at this point. We've already got everything out of Hyrule Castle. Nice. Crystal. We'll check Dig Spot, and we'll check Ether Tablet, or Bombos Tablet. Do we know what desert is? Desert is a crystal, okay. We can make some good progress if we're smart about this. We can't finish desert, though, without the big key. Another dead end. We'll check desert ledge, and then we'll enter desert, and we'll mirror to the mire area. Yeah, I don't have any answers on that one. I know stuff started coming out last night, big time, but between the race last night and sleep and the race this morning, I just haven't had a lot of time to read all the shit going on. I'm aware, just not, like, as well read as I'd like to be at this point. Because I know there were a lot of stories coming out. A lot for me. I don't have a number. It's kind of like yeah, I don't have a number to it at this point. It's just whenever I feel like it. We had a second mire key. Sorry I'm not as tuned in and miss it sometimes. Sorry for sucking. Big key. I need to get the boots for that. Can't do that, so let's go mirror. Perfect placements. Please tell me I can get into mire. Please, 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 please. We can. Out of the crystals that are left... So we know desert's a crystal. I need the big key for it. I need the big key to GT. I need the big key for thieves. Skullwoods, we don't need it, but might if something's there. Yeah, I'm recovered from last year. I just need to... Just been waiting. Trying to only, if I start something, trying to finish it before then. And we've done pretty well with that, with all the stuff for promo too, so... If I get the desert big here, then it's... good. We can do most to Hera. We're just missing the small key for the basement. I don't want to go up Death Mountain at this point because we've already been up there like twice. I didn't have to do that shot that way. Skullwood, small key. Don't really need it. We still got a few checks left here. Hopefully we find something. A sword would be like low level good, but at this point, like, I have silver arrows. So I'm fine for Vidi. Come on. This Meyer play's been, like, worthless. Best thing that can come out of this Meyer play is we find something either in the pyramid or something in the pyramid, I guess. Not either. It's just, do we find something on pyramid? Yeah, I got a couple achievements in Owlboy this morning. There was a couple of missables that I missed in the beginning of the game yesterday, but they're the only two missables, so I went back for them on a new save file. But it appears everything else is all, like, achievable no matter what. How kind of them to only put missables at the beginning of a game. But according to the list, at least according to TA, none of the ones left are. So. What was that? The last 3 items of that dungeon were all pieces of heart. 4 crystals. I don't know what ice is. We're gambling. You know what? Oh wait, I can't even do that. Yep, we're gambling on it. So yeah, you can see the number under my rupees and bombs. There is how many chests there are. That only shows up now that I have a compass. So like that's the one minor use of the compass, but as long as you can keep a like good mental image in your head the whole time of what you've done or not done, which could be possible or could not, depending on what we've seen the last night. But if you can, it's not super valuable information-wise. So come on, Jess. Gotta get this. There you go. Only thing we can't do right now is the big chest, I believe. Yeah. I hate Ice Palace. Slidey floors are terrible. I can swim. I can't walk on ice. Scruff, you said how bad the swimming physics are. It's the ice physics for me. Well, that room has a current in it. Like, that's what makes it tough. It's the only swimming room that actually has moving water. Hey! The boots. Bile Cash, by Dopey. It's been nice. You know what? No, we don't want to be here. No, I think... What? Bean Dive Day is July 6th? 3rd? 7th? I don't know. It's too little time before to fit one in. Is the only thing. Like, there's not a competition I think they could do. I thought it was always, like, registration was usually about a week before. Like, they usually do a week before and a week after. Has always been my understanding for timing, but I could be wrong. Huh, they only ran it 10 days last time? Did need that. That was the GT Big. GT Big Key. Awesome. I did need to find that, but I wish I found more. Where am I? Right inside the Mire head. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know people have been asking Bean about it, and Bean keeps saying like soon. So, but that's, you know, vague. So yeah, clearing Ice Palace is super necessary in this seed because you need those boots to get the GT big key. So that helps. Oops. We need to cross the bridge. That's a lot to get. Possible. Just, I always say I'm having a good month if I can average about 10 a day, and even I'm like not on that kind of pace right now. So, like I'm a numbers guy when it comes to my recovery and, you know, just thinking about those kinds of things. And the one thing I did a bunch of with it was like when I set up the fort, like my goal has always been like 40% for the start of the next one. Like I'd love to get back to 40. And each time like I'm finishing higher, just not 40. But the usually those even start off at like, for me to get 40% by the next year is always like ridiculous numbers. Like, as I said, I like having about 10 a day on average. So like I think this month right now I'm at like 210 achievements by the 22nd, so I'm behind even that pace. So but we're getting there. As I said, we're higher than we were last year for the start of Bean Dive. So we'll see. Turtle Rock's small. Turtle Rock's starting to call a little bit, and I don't like it. Desert and Hera are crystals. Okay. So that means we know what everything is, don't we? Yeah, I don't have a lot of the telltales for Windows 10. And I don't even know if they're able to be acquired anymore. I mean, I used to set up an Excel file for all mine. Like, I'd have a list of every game, and then a column, and then ifs-then statements for, like, if I dived it, then take the number of achievements, multiply it, da-da-da-da-da. It was serious business. I'd have it sorted by platform and alphabetical. So we had everything. So I haven't set one up this year, and the main reason like I haven't done the setup anymore of the sheet is the TA features kind of caught up in a sense. The game collection means I don't have to manage it all as much as I used to. Like, back when game collection, like when you went to games, it was just the games you've started, really. It wasn't really advantageous to try and manage that through the site. But now, like, the game collection, you can use it. It's actually pretty decent of a feature, so, like, now I don't have to do that. Saves me a ton of time. You know, that would be a couple of hours of going through, like, my games and being like, okay, which ones do I need to dive? Now it's just like, hey, I can do it. I've been getting better about adding to mine always now, so it's not as bad as it used to be. The only time I really forget is if I buy a game on the Xbox. If I buy it on my computer, I'm actually really good about remembering to do it. So one of the things you might have noticed is we don't actually have the Titan's mitts, nor are they really required in this mode. Small key to Skull Woods. I don't like finding those. Skull Woods is looking more and more like an option. I just don't like the fact that it is. Let's do Spike Cave. Like, it's Green Pendant and Mothula, and part of the reason I'm kind of holding off on it is because of the fact that I don't have the big key. We're leaving. I'm not even in go mode, but that's like real progress, and I'll go do the mountain again for all I care. But Thieves Town Big Key is actual progress. These are some obscure Big Key locations, by the way. In case you're curious, like, these are some of, like, bad places to find them. Spike Cave, Desert Torch. Those are two very, very required big keys. We're practically in go mode, by the way. I mean, we're one big key short. But we can do most things. Autopilot. Yes, if you like trolley places, these have been the best. Almost 2 hours in. I mean, this seed has just been mean. Let's be honest. A 10 blue ball Aga. By the way, Aga is set for both players, so it's not like I had a worse Aga than my opponent would. We both would have had 10 blue ball Agas. It's one of the cool things about randomizer is, like, if you race people in NMG, it becomes a factor of, like, who gets better Aga RNG. But for Rando, one of the first things they can set, or like one of the first things they do, is make sure that both players have the same Aga. Only for the first time through, by the way. They don't set the pattern. If you die on Aga and then have to go back to him, it'll be a different pattern, but the first time is identical. It's the same for Ganon. The first time you drop in on Ganon, his teleport pattern for Phase 3 is the same for both players. But after that, if you die or fall and thus have to repeat the fight, then the Ganon patterns can change. So, like, all these things that I tell you about why these people are so good at the code for making sure these races are, like, super fair, like, there you go. They just know all these things and have planned them ahead. On the plus side, we're clearing out thieves. On the negative, we haven't found anything. And when you start getting to the 2-hour mark, you start getting a little concerned. Not like... I can't imagine my opponent's done yet, but we're getting to a point where, like, either of us could be close. Like, I'm close to go mode. Ooh, this has been a bad blind. Hello? And a compass to round that out. Great. I realized there was one thing I wanted to check in Light World. Kakariko. Before heading up the mountain, just in case. Because this is my only way into this area. I said I don't need Titan's Mitts. This is like one of those areas that requires Titan Mitts. And without, so like, there's a way to them. Guessing it's a small key to TR. No, it's a small key to GT. Okay. I was wrong. We're gonna do Hera first. We have to take a bit of a roundabout way. This goes back to the whole thing with the Titan's Mitts. Like, there's good ways to get to these places. They're just not always the best. Or there's ways to get around this game without Titan's Mitts in inverted. It's one of the weird idiosyncrasies of the mode. First thing we're going to do is we're going to check the ether tablet. Big key, just not the one I needed. We're in go mode. Yep, we're in go mode. Half magic? Well, isn't that just dandy? Rigged. I'm going. I'm going as fast as my little legs will take me. And actually, even though I am well, I'm not very tall. I wouldn't say I'm like super tall. But for as tall as I am, my legs are actually not real long. More heights in my body than my legs. Last crystal, then we can go straight to Ganon's tower, take out Ganon's tower, and then take out Ganon. And we just crossed the 206 mark? Almost to 207. Not bad for a keys of the inverted variety with an Agaphite. A convoluted Agaphite. A 10 ball, a 10 blue ball convoluted Agaphite. I'm not salty about that. I love having a 10 blue ball. Like, if you do the math on it, like, on average, you'll probably hit like a 3 or a 4. But like a 15 is like ridiculous odds. Like, those are some seriously long odds to hit that many. Because it is actually a definitive like 50-50 shot of one or the other. So you'd have to flip a coin 15 times and land heads every time. Exactly. Simple. I deserve a potato command for that room. Wow, that was That was some bad, 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 bad. Shoot, come on. Not a great land mode too. If I had more silver arrows, I'd be a little bit more willing to do that, but I didn't like my silver arrow count. Because I'd want 4 for Ganon. But that room is really shaped up. The 2 Samaria block rooms. I'm glad with how they look now. here we go. Time doesn't stop until I cross the bridge. It's when you lose control. Woo! Official time 2:16:25. We won. It's who I played who's the fun part. Yeah. I guess we had to play each other once again. Couldn't get away from playing him another time this season. He had joked saying he was gonna be the person to get me to 500 for the season, and then it happens. Let's see, where is he? Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that sucks. He has all 7 crystals. And he's in GT without the big key. So my dumb luck play into Ice Palace to get the boots, to then go to Desert to get the Desert Torch big key, which was GT, was huge. Oh, that sucks. Oh, man. That's a rough one. I had a feeling that was going to make a big difference in this race, and I was right. Yeah, that's a rough one. So, it's going to be a little while. In terms of what he did, yeah, the only thing that we did differently was I did ice and he didn't right now. He's got the same sword, the same mail. Looks like he's got a better shield than I do. But other than that, we found all the same stuff. It's just that one little thing, which is just massively huge this time. It's way big. So we're going to end Season 1 of Ladder at 29 and 29. We're below the 1600 ELO we started at, but we are still... Yeah, it was a shield on pedestal. We had checked it, I guess, while you were away. Because I had book and I was in Light World and I was like, let's at least figure it out. Yeah, I figured. So yeah, but that was what kind of worked itself out was we were in Light World and had the book. Like we got the book pretty early. So when I made my first Light World loop, I kind of just said we're going to check pedestal just to be sure. So yeah, 5 bosses with masters, 6 with tempered. GT big key, obviously, because it wasn't in GT, doesn't have a number. 12 bonks, 13 save and quits, 10 deaths, 0 fairy revivals. We did a lot of death warping. I see, Ross, you have decided it will be Crown Grind tonight. Cool. What did we do for items? 155 out of 216. And we barely touched TR. Not bad. And we didn't fall for the Soulwoods trap. So that's good. I'm going to get going, though. I want to get some lunch. Go watch Ross today in a few hours or a couple of hours or however long it is. That was a fun one. That concludes season 1 for me. Actually, this is the end of season 1 in general. First race of season 2 will be Wednesday at 4. I would like to try to join it. If you can make it, great. If not, see you during season 2. It's another 200 races. Obviously, I'm not doing 200, but we'll see how many we can get into. Or is it more than 200? I don't know. There's 6 modes next season. The 6 modes are Open, Mystery, Cross Keys, Ambrosia, Enemizer, and Casual Boots. Enemizer is a full shuffle of both basic enemies and bosses. So if you want to see a game that will completely screw with me, every seed guaranteed, check out the Enemizer, because the Enemizer seeds are going to be bad in a hilarious way. They are some of the most funny ones you could ever imagine. In general, those are like, if you've seen rooms with a lot of enemies, imagine all of them changed to the worst possible things, and you'll kind of get an idea of what we're looking at for Enemizer. So I'm looking forward to that one next season. As like the mystery's hilarious. Enemizer is going to be guaranteed hilarity every time. So thanks again, though. Have a good one. See you all next time. Goodbye.